What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is the High Yield Investor. We're going to start a new series today. I'm calling it a retirement test. So we've taken $30,000 and we've put it into options trading, and our goal is to reach $2,000 worth of income each week by the end of a 3-year period. Now, at the end of that 3-year period, so let's see, 156 weeks, we'll have about $175,000 if things go as planned. So my thoughts were, when that time comes and then I want to start using the money, of course I can keep on selling options and it will continue to produce income, and if I don't use the whole 2,000 every week, it'll continue to grow it. But I got to thinking, I was like, oh, what if for some reason I don't want to sell, or I can't sell options anymore? How can I make money by itself? So my thoughts were, so what really made me think about this is like when I'm gone and my wife will still be using this money, but she doesn't know what an option is. She doesn't know anything about the stock market and doesn't care to learn. Her idea of the stock market is, here's my money, do what you do with it, but don't lose any. So I got to thinking about that, and those high yield ETFs, I've been studying well over 100 of those for the past year. What I've discovered is that the ones that seem to hold value are the ones that yield between 30 and 40%, maybe 45 sometimes, but they average between 30 and 40% yield per year. And those are the ones that tend to hold some value. So my thoughts were, let's say 3 years from now, when I have that $175,000, why don't I take that money and invest it into some of those high yield funds that seem to maintain their value, and let them produce an income for her that she doesn't have to do anything except withdraw the money, withdraw the distributions. She doesn't have to invest anything. She can just, whenever she needs money, she can take it out and it'll just be there. So my thoughts are, I picked 10 of these high yield ETFs that if I was starting this today, these are the 10 I would pick. And so I thought, well, I'm spending this 3 years growing that account, why don't I do a test to see if these ETFs will continue to produce during that whole 3-year period? So then I'd know whether that was the way to go whenever that time comes. So I set it up figuring on $175,000 that I would start with, and I would divide it evenly between these 10 ETFs. And I would like to produce about $1,200 a week, and I want that to maintain forever, if it will. That's my goal. So that's what I did. I took that money, divided it between these 10 ETFs, and this is what the distributions were on week 1. GDXY at 51% gave us $172. PLTY at 39% gave us $132. GOOW at 44% gave us $149. CHPY at 45% gave us $154. HOOY at 53% gave us $178. AMDY at 48% gave us $163. TSMY at 58% gave us $197. NVII at 38% gave us $128. BABO at 45% gave us $152. And CVNY at 31% gave us $105. So they averaged over 45% this week. Don't expect it to do that every week, but that's what it was this week. And we got distributions of $1,536, which is well above our $1,200 goal. But my goal, again, is to maintain forever at the $1,200 range. So, if she was taking $1,200 out, that would leave 300 and something in there that could add to next week's. And in case it's a little bit lower, what I'm saying, maybe it'll average out. That's what I'm hoping, that it'll average out to $1,200 a week. So this is week 1. Let's put this on our year to date for our test. 1536.65. 1536.65. I think I'll just say plus. That we'll have 336 left over from the 1,200, so that we'll kind of keep a running total over in that column to see if it can maintain at 1,200 for the next 3 years, right? At that time, we'll have built our options total up, and we'll be able to see if this actually works or not, or whether we need to come up with a new plan. But so that's my thoughts right now. So if you'd like to follow along with me, I'll be doing an update on this every week, as well as doing updates on my options trading income series. So we can learn together if this works or not, or if I am living in a fantasy world. So, of course, now when my time comes, it may not be these 10 ETFs, because this 3 years from now, there might be 10 different ones I like better. Who knows? But anyways, we're going to learn together. I appreciate you watching, and until next time, this is the High Yield Investor signing off.